we'll have Santa Claus arriving by fire truck. So it'll be very exciting, and that'll be toward the end of the show, of course, and we're going to look forward to that. First of all, though, I'd like to bring up, before we go into the rest of the program, the mayor of Lake Havasu City, Mark Nixon. Mark?
Thank you, Roger. Well, welcome to the annual lighting of this beautiful Christmas tree. Now, in a minute, I'm going to tell you a story about this tree, but before I do, I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Also, as a reminder, there are cookies and hot cocoa back there, so if any of you are ready for that, please go for it. To all the children with us tonight, also, keep an eye out for Santa, as Roger has said, because I heard from one of his elves that he's going to be making a very special trip to Lake Havasu City just to find out whether or not you've been naughty or nice. But he also wants to know what you want for Christmas. Now, before I turn it back over to Roger, I want to also remind you that we're going to recognize a very special guest this evening. We're going to tell the Christmas tree story, and then we will flip the switch to light this tree and this park. So, Roger, it's all yours.
All right, everybody. And yes, he brought up those words that can frighten children across the world. Naughty or nice. I'm sure almost all of them think they're nice, but when they think back over there, they go, wait a minute. There was a time I pushed Susie over to the side. There was a time I took that cookie, but it wasn't mine. Things like that. Well, don't worry about it. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this year together. The parents and the children, believe me. One of the most important aspects of the Christmas holiday and the great festivities that they have every year deal with a pretty incredible song, or I should say a poem. It was also turned into a song, but it was originally a poem. One of the most famous poems of all time, by the way. Clement Moore, he wrote it, and it's all about the arrival of Santa Claus, or Saint Nick, as he's also called. So I thought you might enjoy hearing that poem tonight, and it does bring your imagination to bear, and it takes all of us back to the times that we were children ourselves. And to the children here tonight, there are a few of them who they may be hearing it for the very first time. Let's see. So here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings, they were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children, oh, they were all nestled, all snug in their beds, visions of sugar plums dancing in their heads. Mama was in her kerchief. I was in my cap, and we had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Little old driver, he was lively and quick. I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. His dry leaves, that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. Then under twinkling, I heard on the roof dancing and the pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes, they were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys was flung on his back. He looked like a peddler, kind of just opening his sack. His eyes, oh, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. Stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth. Smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. Now Santa, he had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby, yes, and he was plump, a right jolly old elf. I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. The wink of his eye, twist of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. I spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger the side of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to a sleigh, to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him explain as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Bye, Santa. Thank you. Okay. We have a very special treat for you right now. One of the most popular Christmas songs of all time is not even that old. It's not a carol. It's a song that's so popular it was even called the Christmas song. The very interesting thing about it was it was written by one of the great crooners and jazz musicians of all time, Mel Torme. And his son, as a matter of fact, is a DJ, and you can hear him actually on local vinyl radio here in Lake Havasu. His son is Steve March Torme. And I thought before you hear that song tonight, you might like to hear how it all came about. So here's a very shortened version of that from Steve March Torme.
With an inside story behind a Christmas song.
Chestnuts roasting.
Mr. Nat King Cole recorded it in 1946. Mr. Bob Wells and Mr. Mel Torme wrote it. Steve March Torme presents now material from his father's memoir.
On a blisteringly hot day in Toluca Lake, California, Dad drove to the family house of his songwriting partner Bob Wells for one of their regularly scheduled work sessions. Back in those days, people regularly kept their doors unlocked, especially during the day. Now, Dad opened the front door of the Wells house, walked in, and called out to Bob. No answer. He walked over to the piano and saw a writing pad resting on the music board. Written in pencil on the open page were 4 lines of verse, which read, Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Bob walked into the room in tennis shorts and a white t-shirt and explained, it was so hot today, I thought I'd write something to cool myself off. All I could think of was Christmas and cold weather. Mel took another look at the 4 lines of lyrics and said, you know, this just might make a song. Dad and Bob sat down at the piano and started writing. And what became known as the Christmas song was finished in about 45 minutes. When asked about where the images for the Christmas song came from, Bob Wells indicated that they were from memories of growing up in the Northeast during wintertime and a particular trip to New York City, where he remembered seeing vendors in the street selling hot chestnuts in paper cones. Merry Christmas to you.
Here you go right now. Tonight, singing the Christmas song is Laura Hosking.
Mr. Nat King Cole recorded it in 1946.
We just have to get the track ready, folks. Sorry about that, Laura.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carol being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Laura Hosking. Thank you very much. Beautiful rendition of the Christmas song. There was another very famous incident we were talking earlier about the night before Christmas. Another true happening. This took place in the United States, in New York, as a matter of fact, in the city, back in 1897. There was a little girl, 7 years old, 8 years old. Her name was Virginia O'Hanlon. And Virginia O'Hanlon was a really strong believer in Santa Claus, but she had some problems at school. So she came to her daddy for the true answers of her big questions. So tonight, we'd like to bring up Emma Allen as Virginia. Emma?
Dear Editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says if you see it in the sun, it is so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon, 115 West 95th Street, New York, New York.
And that's exactly what she did. She sent that to the editor of the New York Sun. His name was Frank Church. And boy, it went to the right person. That's for sure. Because instead of tossing the letter aside, he said, that's one of the most important letters, one of the most important questions that has ever come to me. And he sat down, and this is what he wrote back to Virginia, that he also published for other little boys and girls in his newspaper, the New York Sun. Virginia, your little friends are wrong. I'll tell you that right now. They've been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. You see, all minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant, in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge. So, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know they are abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Oh, alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. Not believe in Santa Claus? Well, you might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your daddy to hire men to watch all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to watch Santa Claus. But even if they don't see Santa, does that prove that there is no Santa Claus? Nobody sees Santa Claus. That doesn't mean that there's no Santa. So no Santa Claus? Oh, thank God. He lives, and he lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, no, let's say 10 times 10,000 years from now, Santa Claus will continue to make glad the heart of childhood. He is real indeed. Frank Church, New York Sun, editor. Thank you. Thank you, folks. Well, we'd like to bring up a few kids who might be willing to chat with me a little bit. Is there a little boy or a little girl that'd like to come up for just a moment? Let's see if there's anyone who's willing to do that. And you'll see how it goes. The first one the rest of you can see how it all happens. Would you like to come up and say something about getting ready? Look at this. We have three, right? Okay, you want to face the crowd. What's your first name?
Tommy.
Tommy, and your name?
Christopher.
Christopher, and your name?
Robert.
Robert. Now, are you all related? Oh, just the two of you. So that's your sister. You're a boy. I am the worst. I really am. All right, Robert. Sorry. Okay. Who's the oldest?
Me.
Okay. Has he been a good kid all year long? Tell the truth.
Yes.
He has. Has he been good?
Yes.
He has. Have you gotten even a single little baby fight? Little tiny fight?
No.
Are you ready for Santa?
Yes.
So if Santa would say, have you been nice or naughty, you would say what?
Yes.
Okay. What would you say?
Nice.
You would say nice. Are you getting ready for Santa at your house?
Yeah. We just decorated our Christmas tree.
Oh, did you help?
Yep.
You have a nice tree?
Yes.
Okay. Are you looking forward to Santa?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. There we go. Thank you both. Tommy, right? Whoop. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, are you ready for Christmas?
Yep.
Well, sounds like Gary Cooper. Okay. Let me ask you, as far as Santa Claus is concerned, when he arrives and when he shows up and everything, what do you expect that he's going to be bringing you?
A present.
Good. Do you have any idea what that present might be?
A scooter.
Oh, you would like a scooter?
Hmm?
Oh. And as far as your house is concerned, what's been going on there?
I don't know.
Have you decorated the tree yet?
Not yet.
You're going to?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to help?
Yep.
You're not going to cut it down, though, right?
Yep.
No. All right. Well, good luck with that. Okay. Hello. What's your name?
Hayden.
Oh, and how old are you?
7.
7. So, are you ready for Christmas and Santa?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what would you like to get for a present?
I don't know.
Boy, see, if you'll be happy with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing specific that you want? Oh, hello, there's a real little one there. Well, as far as the getting ready for Christmas around your house, what have you done so far?
Decorated my house.
Oh, you decorated the house, the outside as well?
Mm-mm.
Just the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any sisters or brothers?
Sister.
This one, is she, have they both been good?
Mm-hmm.
Really good?
Yeah.
See, that's great. That's great. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Sophie.
Oh, Sophie. How old are you?
12.
You're 12 years old.
4.
Oh, okay. There's an alternative here, so that's good. Well, let me ask you, what do you want to get for Christmas? Do you have any ideas?
I want a dolly.
Maybe.
A dolly?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you
Over
been
here.
good?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done anything this year that might get you into a little bit of trouble?
No.
No, nothing at all.
Mm-mm.
And what about your sister?
She's good.
Oh, see, that's very good. See, that's ain't nobody telling on the other brother or sister so far. Okay, thank you. Thank you, 12-year-old. Okay. What's your name?
Ariana.
Ariana. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What have you done at your house?
Well, we put up the Christmas tree and we decorated it and today we were buying a Christmas tree for my grandma's house.
Oh, that's great. And you're helping.
Yeah.
Are you doing any cooking around the house?
Well, my mom made apple bread and grandma made cookies.
What did you make?
I helped mom with the apple bread.
By eating it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, here's a little one. What's your name?
Glam?
Are you having a good time so far, getting ready for Christmas?
Yes.
What about Santa? Are you looking forward to him showing up?
Yeah.
What do you want to get as a present?
A Skittles.
Oh, can you describe that? What is that exactly?
It's.
Oh, you forgot? Oh, okay, but you want it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah.
How have they been to you? Have they been nice to you all year long?
Yeah.
No problems?
Yeah.
That's very good. See? So far, thank you very much. We'll see Santa here in just a little bit, okay? Take a few more and then we're going to move on. Okay, what's your name?
Beef.
Tell me, as far as your house is concerned, are there any other brothers and sisters around?
I have a sister.
And,
Um.
has she been really good to you and vice versa?
Yes.
Any problems at all? There's a little bit of a pause there. ... Okay, I got it. You don't have to say anymore. I think we understand. Are you expecting a certain kind of gift this year?
No.
No. Whatever you get, you'll be happy.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. ... Okay. And your name?
Yeah.
Boy, look at your outfit. How nice that is. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes. With my sister.
Oh, do you two get along?
Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. Has she been nicer than you this past year, or have you been nicer than her? She's been nicer. She's been nicer than you. What's your name?
Trinity.
You've been a little bad girl at times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, we got an honest. What did you do that got you in trouble?
I don't know.
Just little things, little tiny baby things, nothing to worry about. Santa's going to come and visit you, right? Okay, good. Thank you both very much. Two more. Look at this. You guys have got to be related. Who is this?
A collie.
Oh, come around this way. Look at this. How old are you?
Good.
Good, good. And what's your name?
Haley.
And this is your little brother?
Sister.
Little sister. See, I did it again. This is your little sister. It's hard to tell with this hat on. How old is your little sister?
3.
3. And how old are you?
7.
7. Oh, 8. So
and a
you
half.
oh, getting older as we go along here. It's a long night. Okay. Are you getting along really well?
Yes.
Okay. And you've been a good kid all year?
No.
No. So sometimes not so good? Well, you're not in trouble now, right? You got that all taken care of.
No.
No. Something you'd better not talk about. All right, you're still gonna get a present, right? And you and your little one, sister here, right? Okay. Bye bye. See Santa later. Okay. Oh, you got another one. Yes.
Kyla,
And how old are you?
7.
Okay. What are you expecting for Christmas? Anything in particular?
Barbie doll
Barbie doll?
and little stuffed animals.
Ah. Do you have any other sisters and brothers?
But they're all brothers.
Oh. Oh, wow. So do you get along?
I usually get along with my youngest, who's 2. He's right there. And the third youngest is Tyson.
Okay. What about you got another brother besides that?
Yeah, I have 5
That-
brothers.
Oh, and so the others you're not getting along with quite as well?
Yeah, I have my brother Riley and Nathaniel. We
Great.
don't get along.
Oh, yeah. Should Santa give them presents? Here's your opportunity. You can say yes or no.
Yes.
Oh, even though they've been bad?
Mhm.
Okay, well, that's very nice of you. That's very nice. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, one more. Hello. What's your name?
Kaylin,
And how old are you?
4 years old.
4 years old. So you're going to be seeing Santa soon, huh?
Yeah,
You excited?
yeah.
What do you want to see under the Christmas tree when you get down there that morning?
I want to see a yo-yo.
A yo-yo.
Yeah,
Are you having a good time so far?
yeah,
Anything going on in your house you want to talk about?
yeah.
What? What's going on?
I decorated all at my house.
Did you do a lot of the decorating yourself?
Yeah,
Well, that's great. Well, listen, you're going to see Santa a little bit later on, right?
yeah.
Okay, be sure to tell him what you want.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Wave to the crowd. Okay, thank you, kids, very, very much. That was sweet. All right, we'd like to bring Mark back up again right now for the special tribute for this evening, and this is an incredible story. Mark Nixon.
All right. Boy, it sounds like those kids are definitely ready for Christmas. Now, earlier in the evening, you heard the story, the classic story of the night before Christmas. But this year, we want to let you know about a truly remarkable Lake Havasu City Christmas story. It is about a man that wanted to bring Christmas to Lake Havasu City and went to great lengths to make it happen. That man is here tonight, and his name is Ed Frederico. Ed's right over here. Ed, if you could just wave to the crowd for us, we'd appreciate it. So let me tell you the story about how Ed brought Christmas to Lake Havasu City. And this was reported back in 2009 by the Today's News Herald. Back in 1979, just a year after our city was incorporated, there wasn't a Christmas tree or any decorations on McCulloch Boulevard. The city was barren and desolate, just like a desert you would imagine would be. Well, Mr. Frederico was sitting on the sofa watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade when he realized Christmas was just around the corner. He decided at that moment that this town was going to have a Christmas. So he called up his buddy and business partner, Jim Carr, and asked Jim if he was in. And of course, Jim was. So the next day, Mr. Frederico hauled a 25-foot tree back from Phoenix and parked it in Wheeler Park. This tree right here. Well, Mr. Carr came down and started laughing, thinking Mr. Frederico was just going to pick up a tree for a home. But instead, Mr. Frederico felt he found a tree fit for a community. From there was a genuine community effort, so typical of the spirit of cooperation which started in the early days of our city and continues to this day. Landscape companies, well, they pitched in to make sure the tree was planted and fertilized properly. Another company made the neon star, but they needed lights. So Mr. Frederico, who was a city planning department employee in the early 1980s and later a city councilman in 1993, opened up a bank account and set up a radio commercial to ask the community to donate for the lights. The advertisement hit the airwaves at 7 a.m. in the morning. 30 minutes later, Mr. Frederico's phone rang. Harry Noy, a local developer who owned a building near Wheeler Park, told him to stop the commercial because he was buying all the lights. And true to his word, Mr. Noy showed up with enough lights to decorate a 5-story building. Another company, well, they showed up and donated a sound system for the choirs. Grandstands were placed next to the tree. Then firefighters became Santa helpers, and fire trucks became sleighs. Soon someone donated the Santa's chair. The Elks Lodge donated tables for Santa's gifts. So later, Mr. Frederico decided he finally would check the bank account, and lo and behold, $3,000 had been donated. And his first thought, well, I can buy toys for all the kids. So Mr. Frederico bought every small toy he could find in Lake Havasu City and soon was hunting throughout Kingman. Dusk eventually turned to dark. The fire truck pulled up, Santa hopped out, and the switch was thrown, bringing life to the tree, just like what we're going to experience in just a few minutes. And for Mr. Frederico, his Christmas wish came true. And it came true every year thereafter. Christmas caught on in Lake Havasu City. Well, this tree, as you can see, is well over 40 feet tall. Ed, thank you so much. Thank you so very much for bringing Christmas to Lake Havasu City. And tonight we want to make sure that your Christmas wish will continue. So Ed, it would be an honor for me if you would join me in lighting of your Christmas tree.
We also have a child joining you as well. Anna, would you come on up here? We picked a little, this is Anna. She's a twin, by the way. And Anna is going to help the mayor and Ed light the tree, turn on the lights, not only on the tree, but throughout this whole area. It's really a beautiful sight. All right, here we go. Here it goes. There! Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All throughout the entire park. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Ed. And thank you, Anna. Well, folks, we know the children are very excited to see a very special person come here tonight and join them and come up and tell them what they want to get for Christmas. And coming right now, look, Santa will be on this fire truck. So we're going to have you line up here, and Santa will come up here in the chair, and you can tell him what you're looking forward to for Christmas. Here he comes. He's on that fire truck. Beautiful red fire truck, beautiful red suit. The jolly old man. Here he comes. I think the truck is going to go right around here. We'll see how, I think it's going to come over here and stop here. Here it comes. Thank all of you. Hope you've enjoyed it this evening. And we know the children here, it's all for them. We all know that. Here comes Santa. Here he comes. You all ready? Who's first in line over here? Wow, you got there fast. Look at you. Thank goodness we had this beautiful weather tonight, right? Yep. You recognize? How do you know that's him? Is it the outfit? Okay. Here he comes. You see him? Are you ready? All right. Here he comes.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Welcome, Santa. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? You guys excited? I am too. It's so good to see all you guys.
All right. Thank you, Santa. You're going to get them one at a time here. Here we go.
Hi, how are you? What's your name? Sharon? Are you excited for Christmas? What do you want? Gymnastics? You can do flips? I try to flip, but I'm too round. Well, that's fun.
That there. Right there. I'm right here, Mommy, right here. Stay with your brother. Get up there with your brother. Hurry up. Get up there, Jack.
Hey, Lottie. What's your name? Spencer? How you doing? Good, what do you want? School to you know? I don't know what I can do for that. That's a tough